One more time. Okay. Hello, you speakers. I'm Katsam.
I'm George.
And I'm Javier.
Today's topic is something we've all experienced in our language learning journeys, the notorious plateau stage. It's like hitting a linguistic wall. George, have you ever felt like you were stuck on a plateau?
Tell me about it, Katza. All right. It's like cruising smoothly and suddenly, bam, you're stuck and no amount of vocabulary flashcards seems to push you forward. Javier, what's your take on this mysterious plateau stage?
That's a good question. And even though we like the word plateau because it sounds French, plateau, it really means that you're in a flat space. That means you're not moving. You're sort of in a
Up
comfort
or
zone.
down? Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's not going
Yeah.
up or down exactly. So comfort zone is kind of like a place that we get too comfy. Ready? We
Yeah.
just like, this is good, and then progress stalls.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
your ambition kind of takes a back seat. It's not English is not that important to you. And that's where the magic happens because you have to start doing something about it and you
Yeah.
need to revive that ambition.
That's
Javier,
right.
okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Katza,
No,
go
no,
ahead, Katza.
you go ahead. Go ahead, George.
No, I was just gonna say, Katza, at this is so this happens to everybody because at the beginning of whenever you're learning something new, everything is new and easy. And you feel that great progress, but then as Javier and as you know, Katza, there's a stage when things uh they're not so easy to learn. And then we try to just, base ourselves on what's easy. And that's what you were mentioning, just getting on that plateau stage. And it's a
Uh,
comfort zone.
Right.
yeah. Can you say phrasal verbs? Yeah, that's we know the verbs, and they're like, oh, we gotta learn those verbs. I don't know about
Yeah, we
that.
gotta.
Yeah, we get comfy, right? Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
want to
you
learn new
do.
Dude.
verbs.
You do. You do. Yes. And I actually have students who have asked me, "Are we really gonna do this? Are we really gonna say this? Are we really gonna use this?" And I was like, "Yes, you will."
Yeah.
You're like, guys are like, this is English. It's not algebra. Stop questioning it. You will need it.
Exactly. You will need it.
Yep, totally.
Exactly. That's right. Since they do today, you're learning everything you need to know about the plateau, and perhaps you'll find whether you've hit this terrible stage and some tips to pull through it. Welcome to another episode of the Üspk English Podcast. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to our podcast channel. All right, now let's discuss the plateau and how comfort zones play into this.
Well, that's a great question. Comfort zones are cozy, but they can be restrictive. When we're too comfortable, we resist pushing boundaries, and language learning is all about exploring new territories, isn't it?
That's right. Think of it like imagining a mountain climbing a mountain. The plateau is like a place where you get to rest, a nice
Mhm.
area where you can rest. But if you stay there, you're never going to reach the summit, which is the top of the mountain. And that's what you want in the end. In order to get there, you have to take into account that you got to get up. So a little bit of discomfort, a little bit of trying hard again will get you where you want to go.
That goes with that saying, right? No pain, no gain.
Right.
Exactly. But for some people, George, it's no pain, good.
Totally, like no pain, and I'm good with no pain.
I'm good.
Good. No pain is
Uh-huh.
It all
good.
depends on your ambition. And that takes me to this following one, ambition and aspiration. Yeah, of course, if you don't have this, well, that's it. You're going to stay where you are because, I don't want to feel any pain. And any progress, yes, there's some pain in it. All right. So these are like the fuel, ambition and aspiration is like the fuel of our language learning path. They keep us motivated. Without them, we're like a car stuck in neutral. We need that drive to achieve new goals.
So, George, how do we get out of this plateau pit stop? Now you mentioned cars. Okay, let's. Do you have any tips, Katza, for that?
Yeah. First up, and I think this is the most important thing to do. It's like Javier said earlier, you gotta get up, right? So shake things up, change your routine, try a new learning method. The one that you've been following is really not doing it for you. So try a new one, break the monotony, don't do the same exact thing all over again. Make learning interesting to you. Find a topic you'd love to know everything about and learn the language. For example, movies. I love movies, and
Yeah,
film has
good.
been important in my family forever. So I started following a YouTube channel called Crash Course Cinema. And oh boy, have I learned so much vocabulary, expressions, technical English, the world. So
Yeah.
all because I love movies. And just a quick stop here, guys, to our audience. What is your passion? What are you passionate about? We'd love to read you on our comment section.
Yeah. What's
Well,
your passion? What are you guys into?
uh, so like in my particular case, Katsa, I love music. I love all pretty much all kinds of music, and I try to like find new material, songs that I like to listen to. I'll try to sing them along, listen to the song a couple of times. When I think I got it, I'll go to lyrics.com, also one of my favorite sites. If I strongly recommend it, and I'll sing it along, kind of a karaoke, and then I can work with the site, practicing the dialogue, the lyrics of the song, and then I'll try to sing it on my own. Again, it
Oh.
really helps out a lot. One of my sons had this problem that he could speak it very well, but didn't write it very well,
Mhm.
so that helped him out a lot. But in overall, you have to set realistic goals. Don't try to aim for fluency in 1 week. Sometimes people have this over expectation of, yeah, I'm going to learn English in 3 months. No, you have
Right.
to build achievable goals, build momentum, learn and master, let's say, 10 essential phrases and their usage for everyday conversations within a week. Okay. We're going to
Yeah.
break it down right now for you. Okay.
All right.
Like, for example, day 1 and 2, you can focus on greetings and introductions, conversation starters. Learn phrases like "How are you?" or "Nice day, isn't it?" You know, which also help you out in the cultural aspect. Maybe
Right.
day 3 and 4, you can dive into basic expressions, understanding practice phrases like "please" and "thank you." Maybe day 5 and 6, you can tackle common questions and responses. Learn to ask and answer questions like, "Excuse me, how do I get to the pharmacy?" Or "Can I have the bill, please?" And maybe on day 7, this is very important. Nobody does this. You have to review and reinforce what you've learned.
Review.
Try to
Yeah.
engage in short conversation with native speakers. Join the conversation club. And even if it's just, language apps, that will help you a lot. But you have to recap, you have to review. There are
Yes.
many places out there that have a syllabus, their program that they have, and there's no review. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you agree, George?
Yeah. Totally. Totally. In adding to what you just mentioned, Katza and Javier, I think if you get too comfortable, then it's time to try something new, try new things. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to drop your current methods or whatever you're doing to learn English, but you should make room in your schedule for harder stuff. You got to do it actively, though. Also, what you should focus on is is getting out of your comfort zone. That is spending a healthy amount of time on language learning activities, as you just guys mentioned right now. So that challenge you, and also it's important, not to get comfortable. All right, and then that things that you're going to focus on, the activity you want to design to keep learning, things that are achievable, and don't overjudge yourself, because this is something that a trap that most people fall into, is that they tend to overjudge themselves, and this is also a block for you. It's a stopper. Okay, so going back to some of the activities, so it's active. What I mentioned, that you got to start doing something, but you got to start doing it actively, is like what Kathy just mentioned. Watch movies, listen to music, right? Live the language. And here are some tips. The movies and TV shows with closed captions. For those of you whose English is already good enough, just use the closed captions. That means it's in English. Whatever you're listening to on the movie or the TV series, that you're gonna see it, in English. Okay. If you're not there yet, well, subtitles, which that's in Spanish. What I suggest the first. Also, choose content, in the language that you're learning, content that you like. If you're into motorcycles, well, look for, topics or movies or series or a podcast or something that is about motorcycles, okay? Because if you're not going to like what you're listening to, you're not going to really benefit from it, okay?
That's right.
And pause and rewind and catch, unfamiliar words. Now, it's wonderful with technology, with YouTube and all of the, the apps that you have. You actually can, oh, I didn't catch that. Let me rewind it and listen to it again and over and over and talk. Okay, now I got it. Okay, so that works wonders. Okay, listen to podcasts and audiobooks. Our podcast preferably. Okay, and listen. Some people say I don't have time. Yes, you do. For listening to podcasts, you can, while you're driving, to school or work, or you're on the bus, you're in the bathroom. Okay. So while you're instead of watching, other stuff, you can do that. Okay. Focus on pronunciation and intonation. This is the aspect of intonation is something that many people don't focus on, and it's really important. The rhythm, the how the sentence sounds, even words have intonation. So focus on that. Repeat phrases that you were able to understand. Okay. Now, you don't want to do only challenging activities that would quickly burn you out, like Javier mentioned just right now. Okay. The trick is to strike a balance and add a healthy amount of challenging stuff to your language learning. You'll do fine if you aim at least with 25% of your time with, this kind of activities that are challenging, and review the other stuff, review what you already know and practice it. So I think that these are some, and there are many other things that we could share with you. We will be sharing with you. And and that is it for me for right now. And in our next episode, we'll provide more practical examples to help you turn your input into action. So stay tuned.
So, summing up, breaking through the plateau involves challenging your comfort zone, reigniting ambition, setting realistic goals, and immersing yourself in the language, right?
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up, guys. But first, let's hear the joke of the
Yeah.
day.
Javier has
Okay,
something.
guys. I have two jokes. I'm gonna let you guys choose. Ready? So, joke of the day, guys. What do you call a bee that comes from the United States?
B from the United States of America. I don't know. What
American
do you
bee.
call it?
No, a USB.
Uh,
USB.
We're gonna
All
need a
right,
new
good.
segment.
Okay, George.
It was alive for 2 weeks.
Yeah. All right, guys. So see you in our next episode. I hope.
If we have one. So look, guys, the recipe is simple, okay? In terms of your plateau stage, make some changes. But first ask yourself why you started out in the first place. Why are you learning English? Define where you want to be. Because like the saying says, if you don't know where you're going, then you're already there.
Wise.
All right. So this is it for today. Thank you for tuning in. And remember to subscribe and share. Want to get in touch? Check out our YouTube channel where you can comment on our videos or find us on social media. We're everywhere except for X and Threads as at USPK English, the one with the yellow logo. For more information about us, please visit www.uspk.com.mx and remember,
Perfect practice.
Makes perfect.
all right, until next time. Bye-bye.
See you then.
That's a wrap. All right, friends on TikTok, I hope that you enjoyed this and it's you learned something. Please give us your comments, subscribe, and give us a like. Thank you. Thank you, Javier. Thank you, Katza.
Bye-bye.
Bye.